In the days of exile, when the city lay in ashes, when memory ached and hope was thin, the word of the Lord still stood unbroken. I sat in the halls of a foreign king, wine in my hands but grief in my soul. I asked for news from my father's land, from Jerusalem, the city of old. They said the walls were torn apart, the gates were burned with fire. The people lived in shame and fear, their strength reduced to dust and wire. I wept and mourned for many days, fasted, prayed both night and morn, for the place you chose to set your name lay ruined, crushed and torn. O Lord God of heaven, mighty and great, keeper of covenant, faithful and true, you keep your promise to those who love you, to those who walk in all that you do. We have sinned, we have turned away. Our fathers failed and so have we. Yet you said if we return to you, you would gather us from captivity. Remember your servant Moses' word, your promise spoken long ago. Now grant success to your servant's hand, and mercy before this king I know. You are the God who builds again, who turns the ashes into stone. You call the broken back to hope. You never leave your people alone. From exile's chains to city walls, from tears that fall to songs we sing, you are the God who builds again, the restorer, redeemer, king. When the king saw sadness on my face, he asked the reason for my pain. Before I spoke, I prayed once more, then I declared Jerusalem's shame. He said, what is it you request? I said, send me to rebuild. With letters in his royal hand, the door of heaven was fulfilled. You made a way through foreign lands. You placed your favor over me. What seemed impossible before began to bend to destiny. By the moonlight I rode around the walls, through shattered gates and fallen stone. I told no one what you had planned, I listened for your voice alone. The rubble lay like broken bones, the city breathed a silent cry, but faith was rising in the dark, and hope was learning how to fly. You are the God who builds again, who sees the ruins, knows the cost. You breathe new life where hope is dead. You seek and save what seemed long lost. No broken wall, no burned out gate is beyond your healing hand. You are the God who builds again, the strength and hope of every land. Come, let us rise and build, I said, and end this disgrace and fear. The people answered with one voice, let us work, the Lord is here. Priests, goldsmiths, merchants, sons and daughters, each repaired their portion of the wall. What once was rubble now became a testimony, standing tall. Every family, every name, every stone set into place. The work of many willing hands was marked by heaven's grace. The the opposition, but laughter rose from enemy lips. They mocked our faith, our fragile frame. What are these feeble people doing? Will they finish? This is all in vain. Yet we prayed and placed a guard. By day we worked, by night we stood, with swords at side and tools in hand. We trusted you, for you are good. Half worked stone, half stood watch, eyes alert, hearts awake. We would not yield, we would not run, for your promise does not break. Remember the Lord, mighty and great. Do not be afraid of their cries. Fight for your brothers, daughters, sons. Lift your faith, lift your eyes. The God of heaven fights for us. Our strength is more than sword or wall. The God of heaven fights for us, and he will not let his people fall. Wherever you hear the trumpet sound, there our God will meet the fight. He gathers us, he stands as one, he is our shield, our might. We will not fear the enemy, we will not turn away. The Lord himself will fight for us, so we stand firm and stay. The completion in 52 short, faithful days. The wall stood strong once more. The nation saw and lost their pride, for they knew who closed the door. This work was done by heaven's hand, not by power or by might. What you began, you brought to end, a victory in your sight. You are the God who builds again, who finishes what you start. You turn obedience